What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video, man. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about one of the most popular topics in the manosphere. Women's lives start at 18, men's lives start at 30. And to be honest, my thoughts on this whole women's lives start at 18, men's lives start at 30, really over the past 4 months, they've changed. I turned 30 back in May. I've been reflecting over the past couple months about my life in my 20s. I'll be honest, I'm not this red pill, I guess, robot that I once was when I first started this channel 10 months ago. And before we hop any deeper into this video, man, in the future, if you guys have any requests on video topics that you want, go ahead, send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram is linked in the description below. Or you could send me an email as well. My email is linked in the description below. And if you're new to the channel, this is a channel all about men's lifestyle, men's mental health, dating, relationships, career, various aspects of male life, leveling up, and so much more. So, of course, be sure to get the likes up, like the video, and hit the subscribe button. In my honest opinion, your life starts the second you learn to take accountability. Let me say that again. Your life starts the second you take accountability for it. If you're still doing the same dumb shit that you were doing in your early 20s, going out every single weekend, your life is not going to start at 30, all right? If you discovered self-improvement when you were 21 years old, 22 years old, fresh out of college, and then you start taking life seriously, getting on your career plan, trying to manage your finances, keeping on top of your health and your fitness, you could literally start experiencing the fruits of your labor at around 25, 26 years old. I know 28, 29, 30-year-old dudes that are still going out every single weekend, people literally not having a steady career path, literally still job hopping. I know people who are broke as fuck at age 27, 28, don't even have a couple grand saved in the bank, and yet they're going out to the bars, chasing women, chasing the wrong types of dopamine. I'm sick of seeing all these idiotic people, you know? I made a video a couple months ago about how I got rid of 98% of my friends. I had people hitting me up saying, "Oh, you're not my friend anymore," or, "Oh, you know, damn, it be that way now, man. Oh, I see the type of guy you are, man." I'm being honest, brutally honest. If you don't have your shit together, man, I don't want to be friends with you. I know so many people, friends of friends, people who are former acquaintances that are just doing the same dumb shit, acting so immature. And I'll say it again, if you're 25 years old and you're spending your weekends, every single weekend, or majority of your weekends, going out to bars and clubs, you are a failure as a man, all right? Get your shit together. The second you graduate college in your 20s, that really should be when you go full force on self-improvement, getting your life together, man. Those of you that go to college, you're already in debt, right? Most people, they're in debt, taking student loans. Your first priority at that point should be working on that career and the finances, what you want to do with your life, finding that first job and start paying down that debt. Before it comes to women, you need to become grounded. You need to get the basic pillars of your life set. Life isn't a damn game, okay? Men need to stop thinking with their dick all the time. Men need to start thinking with their brain, or stop putting all of your happiness into hookup culture and chasing women, all right? Take it from a guy like me who's 30 years old, who spent so much of his early 20s just doing dumb shit, like chasing women at the bars and clubs. That's not gonna get you anywhere, man. When it comes to the male advantage, if you want to experience that success in your 30s, it starts by putting in the work in your 20s. First man who came up with that concept of the male advantage, right? The key thing that he mentioned is all of that will happen, right? If you put in the work in your 20s. If you're 25 and you don't have any plans, you don't have a stable job, and you're still going out to the bars and clubs, throwing away every last cent on drinks and doing dumb shit all the time, you are going to be a failure as a man. I will guarantee you that. Your life starts the second you hold yourself accountable. That is when your life starts, and you start experiencing the fruits of your labor, literally the years after that. And you know, I hate that how every single damn self-improvement video on YouTube that talks about women gets blown up with views. It's like nobody wants to talk about the important pillars of male life, okay? Women aren't saving you, bro. They're not saving you, okay? You have to save yourself. You have to get your male pillars set. You have to get the basis, your foundation set in by your mid-20s before you can even like think about going on all these dates and focusing more so on women, man. Now, I know that woman is still a part of self-improvement. I didn't want to spend the majority of this video talking about girls, but since, you know, the other equation, the other part of this video, right, women's lives start at 18, I'm gonna do a quick breakdown on what I think of that subject. Now, all these guys out there talk about how, oh, you know, bro, when a woman turns 25, her value's gone. Oh, when she's 25, bro, she's gonna be on the decline. From what I've seen, I don't know what crazy kind of universe a lot of these men are in, especially these red pill men. What I've noticed is that's not necessarily the case, okay? A 25-year-old woman, a 30-year-old gorgeous woman who's going to the gym, taking care of her body, she's still gonna have a ton of options. She's not gonna be washed up by the time she's 25 years old, okay? You could put a gorgeous 27-year-old woman in the club. She'll still have a ton of men just flock to her. Hell, you could put a gorgeous 33, 34-year-old woman that's in shape, that takes care of her body in the club, that takes care of her skin. You can put her in the club environment. She'll still have a ton of men just flock to her. You can put her on a dating app. She'll still have thousands of matches, right? And then your sorry ass at age 28 will still be swiping around like a little robot, like a little NPC, wondering why you're not getting any matches. You know, it's funny how crazy these theories are because they're so, I guess, outdated. And that's what's crazy about red pill theory. It's like so out of date. So many of these topics are so out of date, right? Maybe back in the day in like third world countries or like overseas, yeah, you know, women were trying to get married earlier when they were in their early 20s, right? But nowadays, you have a ton of women getting married in their 30s, early 30s. You have a ton of women getting married in their late 20s. You have a ton of women having kids in their early 30s, in their late 20s. I don't know in what world some butthurt red pill dude came out saying that, oh, women lose their value the older they get in their 20s. Now, I'm not talking about women who's made it to like 40 and single, but a lot of these women in their 30s and their 20s, they have a ton of dudes on them, ton of dudes matching with them, messaging with them. You honestly, you take a fit 30-year-old woman and compare her to a fit 20-year-old woman, you aren't gonna really be able to tell the damn difference. It could be a 25-year-old girl, a 30-year-old girl. You guys would probably still date her if she's good looking enough. Let's be real. And when it comes to the male advantage, right, how this concept, oh, women who are in their younger 20s, you know, they're gonna be all over these men in their 30s. That's not necessarily true from what I've found, right? If you're a 30-year-old dude, right, and you walk into a room, right? You walk into an event, you walk into like maybe a lounge or a rooftop bar, right? Or something like that, or even a club or whatnot. If you're a 30-year-old dude and you walk into that club, you're not gonna have women just flock to you like that, all right? A 22-year-old woman isn't gonna give a fuck about a successful doctor's career, okay? A 22-year-old woman isn't gonna give a fuck about a successful engineer's career. Now, there are some exceptions, right, when it comes to men's age and attraction. If you're a guy who has clout, if you're a guy who has some type of status, clout, celebrity status, then yeah, that's different. But people need to stop looking at this male advantage like the second you hit your 30s, bro, all these younger women are just gonna flock to you. In fact, by the time you hit 30, bro, you're not even gonna want to date a lot of these younger women. And I've said this in previous videos all the time, that you just can't relate to these younger women anymore. Their needs, their desires, the things that their dopamine craves, it's gonna be completely different from you, right? I look at me at age 25, 5 years ago, compared to me now, present day at age 30. I'm not the same person, right? At 25, I still had that craving to go out all the time. I still had more of a craving to travel and explore different places, right? I still had that craving to just do something every Saturday night. Now at age 30, man, I'd rather sit inside the house and work on YouTube, read a book, do something productive. You know what I mean? I don't really have that same craving. My interests in my hobbies, my interests in really the type of woman even have changed. And by the time, for any of you guys that are in your early 20s, mid 20s watching this, trust me, man, by the time you hit your 30s, your interests, your desires, your goals, if you're a man on his purpose, they're going to change by the time you hit 30, man. Younger men, younger women, they have that similar lifestyle, chasing dopamine, similar interests and hobbies. Whereas for me, I've noticed this specifically, there's a reason why I just vibe more with women in their later 20s and early 30s as a 30-year-old man, because we have way more of a similar lifestyle. An older woman in her later 20s and her early 30s is gonna be more interested in what I do for work, what I do for my job, what hobbies I have. Unlike, you know, your 20-year-old girl taking tequila shots in the club. She's not gonna sit there and listen to that shit you spew about your money. She's gonna wanna just keep chasing dopamine, party it up with drunk Joe, also taking shots at the bar. That's what I've noticed. That's what I've seen, man. So it's not necessarily black and white as you would think. And it really depends on person to person. It really depends on when you start holding yourself accountable to improve your life, man. Drop a comment below, hit the subscribe button, drop a like, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.